It's not just public, it's public ed and government. I mean, one of our mission statement says we believe that people should be educated to think critically. That's the education portion of it. Have access to their democratic system, that'd be government access. When you see those county council and commission shows and so forth, or you get information from the fire department or police department, that increases your participation in your community and in the democracy. And then with public access, we're doing a couple kind of twofold things at the same time. A lot of educational efforts, you know, by like I said, disabled vets groups perhaps, and getting information back and forth between specific groups of people perhaps, or me learning something new, let's say, about why it's good that I should go down to the fire station on Saturday and get my blood pressure screened. Do you know what I mean? That's the kind of stuff we see on public access a lot. But we also then have people who can, you know, put their own opinion out there about any subject they wish to put it out there. There's a great show in Washington, D.C. for D.C. Public Access, and it's called, I think it's called Don't Shoot. And the name and the show is several African American men who produced this show. The idea of the show is to decrease gun violence in the African American community among young males. That's really the focus of the show. And it's a weekly show, and they talk about it. They bring people on who have been victims of gun violence. They talk about ways to, you know, clean up the neighborhoods so they don't have incidents of gun violence and so forth. And they're really dealing with where they live and where they're coming from. And you find that in every single community is that we can't rely on the voices coming out of Hollywood or New York or Washington, D.C. or even Atlanta, you know. We can't rely on those voices to speak for us. We need to speak for ourselves. And people come up with very creative things in their community, and they really, by and large, most people use public access as a tool to somehow solve a problem. And that's really exciting stuff.